This already looks prepped. I was going to say, Guild, again, wanted to be aggressive, safe. We want to see him find those entries. He finds 2 instantly, and it seemed that Mech had the read on that for the most part. They're doing well to try and trade it out.
Yeah, well, Shados under a good bit of pressure being pushed from Cordamento, runs right into him. Shados removed. Great start here for...
They've also got to read him where Chronicle is as well. He was on fire the last time the day played up on this map. Narrowly lost against FPX, 3-9 down on the defensive half, so they have to do better here. Nats on his perspective now. Only 1 kill in that first half against FPX.
Yeah.
Wants to try to do a bit better here. He's already matched
There we
it.
go, Ryan. Step 1. He's found 1. Can he double his kill count as he now looks for Cordamenta? He sees him. Just a pixel from the back, and Cordamenta down. Now Trek's tasked with holding him from heaven. His teammate Leo's still alive. Very low in HP, and this time is starting to tick as well. Time getting low here for Mech. Nats into the clutch, trying to pull them into the 1v1s, and Trek's able to swing out for the headshot. Guild will close the pistol. Mech actually...
Start of the rounds have been very fast-paced from Guild, trying to find the aggression, find the early frags, and safe now. He's out of the picture so far. Trex is double duelist. He's the one that has to find that opening. Boombot already used to try and scale and find information. And Tripwire ahead. Just picking up these orbs, getting Leo up on that Rolling Thunder as soon as possible. I might just go orb hunting. I might just go up to Arcade, get the orb there, and see if they can finish towards Dish, maybe. Right now, they're playing the time. 40 seconds left. Must be a B execute at this point. But what can Guild do with this lower buy? Still on a bone.
Yeah, if they manage to get through here to a plant, that would be brilliant for Guild, considering how this round started being down 2 players. Problem is, they've got to go into Nats. Try and deal with him, but even before they get there, they have to deal with Chronicle, and they haven't dealt with him very well indeed. He's already found himself 1. He pulls the attention away, sets up Nats for the swing out from tower, and now just Cordamenta. Live Shadows fine. As Trex hunts for prey, hasn't been able to find anything, but gaining that control is all that matters.
Defo's pretty lit on the damage though. Rolling Thunder is going to come through, puts Defo to an awkward position, and Safe is there to try and capitalize. Trade it out. Trex is able to get a bit more. And now a 4 versus 2. Nats is going to try and crunch in. Spots Trex, gets the kill. But look at the positioning from Guild. There's no effect is going to show where they are. It's going to be really difficult to uproot Russ, who's up on the high ground of
Yeah,
Dish.
you can know their positions, but dealing with them is a different thing, right? They don't have the utility for it here either. Redguard is completely dry on it. They have to hope for mistakes and peaks. They forced Cordamenta down, so that has given them access to the site. But remember, Aftershock's still up there. That's going to buy some time, keeps them off the defuse, and allows them to drop down. Although Redguard's sticking it, he's just sticking it over half, goes up for the swing, gets back to it. Redguard's going to hold it, and he's going to do it. It's a round pick.
5v4 advantage for Guild. The execute going to come in. A lot of work for Nats to try and do. He's playing towards this sort of sand position and doesn't catch Russ, who just jumps out.
Dropping down, 4 versus 3. Guild get into the site. Now we have to look to Mech on the retake.
Spike planted.
They've got to try and gleam a lot of control back in limited time now. They're all coming in from the same position as well, which makes things a little difficult. They still have to deal with Safe in towards main, and they go for that fight to the doorway, but it's Redguard that gets shut down immediately. Chronicle looking to claim the life of 1, but that's all he'll find, and that's not going to be enough. Guild orbital strike hit, and now Nats, he's trying to get into the mix. There's just so much going on right now. Orbital strikes all over the place. Chaos in the last 8 seconds. Nats coming into play. Rolling Thunder's been used up, and they're trying to get that spike down. They luckily will hear Guild just about before the Aftershock comes into that position. And now they drop back. Guild with the advantage. Mech has to once again retake. This one a little more doable. Got time to play with. The numbers aren't too significant of a disadvantage, but as soon as Leo gets that pick, there's too much to handle for Reg. They have no control of the site, but this time they have a bit of utility to use. They're going to try and make their way around, but they're going to see 3 players on the other side of it. Redguard's done very well to get 2 out of that situation. It should have been just 1 and done for him, but last 2 positions now known for Mech. As Russ pops in that literal theft, here comes the res, picked up, it's Trex's headshot. Yes, Rolling Thunder was available, Redguard no longer there. And now Trex towards the back of the site. Well, he's got to deal with the onslaught of 2 players coming in from the same position. And happily deal with the first, throws the paint shells in, and that's enough. Shadows realizes he can't get into the site. Time's too limited. Players not that. And yeah, it just feels like Mech are really struggling at dealing with these executes for Guild right now, Ryan. Every single time. Rolling Thunder to take back main control. Flash goes through. It's 1 for Russ. At least he does get 1, but Redguard and Defo now starting to clear out with that orbital strike. Defo another headshot, and now we look to Leo and Safe, the last 2 remaining players. And for the first time in a long time, Mech have done a good job at removing the numbers from the site itself. Now they're onto the site, and the pressure for the first time is on Guild's shoulders to get back in and stop this defuse. defuse. It's over half. Redcar's just holding it. He's just sticking it, and he's got it. Finally, Mech pull off the retake. It took a lot, but they need rounds at this point, Ryan, and they are keeping it back, but the aftershock's gone through. That's got them off the plant, and they've had to reposition it into the corner, and just about gets spotted. Shadows can't bring down the spike planter. It will go down, and that keeps Guild in this round. 3v3, everybody damaged up apart from Chronicle. He is the player to keep eyes on here for Mech. Is Guild right now in a pretty good spot, having the control of the site. Redguard goes deep into Russ's crosshair, and that's going to cost him his life. And now for Mech, they're trying to get into it, but Safe is behind him. Misses the shot in the operator. Chronicle gets the defuse over half. Finally will go down. Nats into the 1 versus 2, and unfortunately for him.
Camera for the retake as well. Again, it feels like Guild kind of knew that Mech were going to head towards that A site initially. They haven't activated that camera, so Mech are on the wiser.
Yeah, look at Chronicle's position as well. Unfortunately, that boom bot is going to make it quite difficult for him to get anything out of it. Information now picked up on his whereabouts, and his teammate can't get a single kill either. So Mech, good start to the round, but now they're in a difficult spot as they're losing players. Luckily, Nats has stepped up and got himself 1, but still Guild hold the advantage in the player count as they charge into the site. It has to be clean, and Nats is so clean. 4 picked up. He has got it done. Pistol picked up from Mech. This is obviously, we're looking at the weapons they've got. It isn't everybody on the upgraded guns. And that is spicy from Trex. Hunts them down, catches them both on the ropes as they try and get across. Luckily, Mech still get the spike down, but they've got to hold on with 3 players.
Good the push as well from the attackers all the way into defender spawn. They even come out on top with those 2 kills. The spike has been planted, so it is a bit more awkward, and rolling for the headed towards Dish. They know that 2 players are still up there from before. Stalls them out a little bit, and Chronicle trying to lurk, catches Safe.
That's massive from Chronicle, because now with that kill, he upgrades to the Vandal as well, so the better weapons now in play. Chronicle sends the Molly in, but Coldamenta, he's sitting in it. He's burning as he gets the defuse up to half. And again, you've got to look at Redcar. He's got the fault line set up. Chronicle is just killing them all. Fault line catches out Trex, and that time, there's not enough of it. Trex has to run away.
Finding a lot more resistance than it maybe hoped.
There's a little bit of a slowdown, but it's going to be this retake, this containment strategy really set up now for Guild. It's a big problem because Safe has found 1. Trex in the follow-up. Russ gets involved, and now it's only Nats getting kills right now. It's suddenly just Shados left in the round. He has to do everything for Mech, and he's found 2, but that's not going to be enough. Guild will pick up a round. They have a very small chance of winning. It's on weaker weapons, 1 rifle, couple upgraded pistols, and Guild post 9. That was a great chance for Mech to tie up the scoreline, but we will not go even on score. Rex, he's down at the bottom of that ramp. And so Red Guy doesn't have a lot of cover right now. Information being picked up of the position. He's smart enough to bait out the utility, but in doing so will cost himself crucial seconds, and there's not a lot of time here. He has to get that kill. Now playing for elimination, has to hold it. Oh, he's going to be close. Just about gets it down. Dying embers of the clock, and now suddenly Redcar goes to the operator, and he's got it done! Possibilities may lie ahead. It is going to be this A play that Mech has decided to go for, but Leo has decapitated Defo, stopped him in his tracks, and now Chronicle coming in from the other side. Redcar tries to push with him, but Russ with some good positioning has been able to get away with 1, even with the shorty. Problem is he can't fight, he can't swing out with that weapon, so needs his teammates to come in and help him, and that's exactly what's happening. Russ is back in battle, and the numbers now here for Guild on the site. Spikes down, Chronicle into the 1v4, and this is another bite back from Guild, unless Chronicle can pull this one off.
Chronicle's got it. He's got a stim still.
He's got a Brimmy with a stimmy. This would be a perfect moment to highlight some of the upgrades that Brim has got, but Chronicle just getting off this ledge is going to be a difficult part here. There's just so many players and so many different positions.
Soon as it's heard.
Yeah.
As soon as we hear that thud, he's getting peeked by 4 players.
Well, Molly goes out to try and clear it, and unfortunately, he's picked the 1 position no one's in. So that Molly's going to be pretty ineffective. Chronicle dives down into the side. Good 1. The retake. This time they're ready for it. They haven't lost 3 players immediately at the start of the round. The problem is, Redcar's still alive. He's having a field day. He's found 1. Now putting pressure on the op of Safe. He's trying to hold back, and Redcar's hunting him down. Luckily, Safe quick enough to the trigger. Now Trex diving in.
He doesn't know where he is.
He doesn't figure out where Chronicle is. He's right down the bottom of the site. He just walked right back into him. He's back up in towards the crosshair of Chronicle. He's gone back out for a second. Throws the molly onto the spike. And now Safe. Good luck retaking this one. It's a save call for Safe. Right, Mech getting the spike down again. We've got to see Guild retake once more. 4v4 this time. Make it a 4v3 with Nat's kill. Starting things off. This affair looking good for Mech. Well, but the orbital strike going back, keeping them back here for the retake, but Trex and Leo still finding a couple. Blast pack up to try and figure out where are the follow-up players. But Shados is wrapped around the back of the wall. He's found two, and that's it. Shut down. Mech take map point on Fracture Guild. And the duelist of Defo being a little quiet. He steps up to the mark, and now Defo decides to ignite in the final round. He's found two, and he wants to make sure this is the final round of the game, not just regulation, as they charge towards the site. Leo trying to get back in, but again, they're losing numbers. They're already down a few, and it's followed up upon. Shados from above takes down Leo, and it puts koler and Russ into the unenviable position of trying to retake a 2 versus 5. With Spectres, of course.
You don't expect Nats to wrap around at this point. Coldament is more focused in behind, so there is a chance.
Nats has got this. He's around the backside, and that's a big problem right now. He is the insurance policy. He comes over the top of Heaven, he finds one. Russ able to turn back, actually gets rid of Nats in the drop back, and now Russ alone goes to the defuse, holds it over half. Now sticking it, finally the swing comes in, and Red Guard will drop him. It is Mech.
Instantly for Mech.
Yeah, Defo charging towards the lamps, able to get his gun out in time, and still domes Russ. Koldamenta also victim to the pistol here from Mech. You have a 2-man advantage already. They're going to put that spike down, no problem. Trex in a tough spot, begins to drop back into the showers after seeing the flank around. So they know they've really got no map control right now, Guild. And Mech know that all they have to do is focus on one avenue for this retake. They know they have to come in from the lamps. They're going to be holding it. Save starts to go forward and force them back a little bit, but just the sheer numbers around the other side should be enough to bring them down. Save brings down Defo. Molly on towards the spikes to buy some extra time here. It's looking pretty rough for Guild. They're not finding these kills. They're still held back. And Redcar's still in position alongside Shados. Able to find another, but Trex has decided to double up. It's his time to get back into the site. Suddenly a 2v2, but remember, the time's ticking. It's all down to one. It's Nats. And it's just one kill for him, but the time, it's already too far gone. Mech will find the first round of play. Oh, here comes Defo. Charges way towards Lamps. He's going to send those pinch shells in. That just charges Russ forward. He decides, well, I can't stick around. I have to go forward with the judge, and nearly takes down another. That sets up the distraction for Leo, who gets himself 3. Big round from Leo as now Chronicles thrust into the 1v4.
Just peeks out.
Up through short. Russ once again on the judge. This time, gets away with it. Defo from the grave, though, reclaims that kill. And so now 4v4, minute left in this clock. Leo, the hero of the last round, looking to do it again. He's got in the midst of this smoke. That wall up right now is making the plant doable because they can't be pushed on the other side. So the plant begins to come through from Mech, and now they can drop back into the post plants, but a gap inside of the wall, and that's going to allow the kill of Leo onto Redguard. And so that kill makes a big difference now. It is the judge of Nat close by. Blast Pack forcing him into the corner, but he's still able to come away with a kill. Snakebite goes out, and he's locking down the lamps. Tap on the defuse. Leo on the headshot. Shadows removed, and so Chronicle the play with a rifle in hand. It's Nats who's found one as well, but he's run out of ammo, and now in a tough spot, Trex and Save take down the last 2 remaining players, and they'll recover the round for Guild. It's got information now.
They're still finding these fights, right? Above the Trailblazer and the Eldron's being used, they have good information, have a good idea on what Mech's doing. They haven't completely rotated over just yet, but they have the right stack amount, and the Showstopper to stall even more.
That Showstopper about to find an opportunity, unfortunately not a kill. Safe just holding it back, making sure they don't push in towards the tube. And Chronicle and Nats, they found 2. Now suddenly we're back into even odds. Safe inside the sites, doing God's work right now for his side. Safe and Leo taking 2 kills between them, and this forces Nats into the clutch. Seeker's out, running him down. They're throwing absolutely everything they can to him. He's throwing up the pit. Trying to get in a position where he can wrap around the right side. Leo reads it, and Leo, traditional late round post plant setup with his lineups. Defo's position now spotted. Flash goes past him, and Defo, he's taking down Coldamenta. Because of that slow orb, they can't trade him out.
I can't wait to watch Link later, because he loves the judge on this map. It's in a different spot now. Showstopper going to be used on the attack as well. Defo just stalling this plan. Guild can't really get anywhere near it.
Chronicle, he's setting up his ultimate at the ready. His time's ticking. So limited in what they could do here, Guild, and they realize that. They're starting to back away, conceding this one as they run. Defo looks to hunt them down, gets a better weapon on the way up. He'll hop through the teleporter, and now Mech into the lead. And you have to remember what they started with in this round. It
kind of gives away his spot. clear it, get the plant down 4v4.
I think the problem there for Leo is the fact that there's no one else in the site, so they have that safe grace to check out towards long and ends up going down, even if you had a teammate just distracting slightly. But Koldamenta goes onto the tap. Here goes the orbital strike that was saved from last round from Chronicle. He's able to get a kill from it. Gleams one. Shados pulls him into the fight long, and he gets one as well. But it's Nats now in the 1v2 total. He's found one already, and just one left. It's Trex who's tapped it. He's held it, and Nats still recovers it. 5-3. Mech, when you've got this guy on your team, forward to the path of going back to a Masters. I'm playing against Fnatic. If they pick up this win, it's certainly looking like they're going to win this round. They found two already.
Mecca just chipping away at Guild. Like, there's no tradable fights that coming in. That was more of a gamble, and that's on a full buy round for Guild, and they're stacking up crossfires all the way in short.
Well, Guild have recovered it with those kills. Leo and Russ able to come in for 3 in total, and now just Trex left in a 1 versus 2. He's got them looking the wrong way, but Shados reacts in time. Trex couldn't quite. They sprinted, they made a lot of noise. No one was committing towards A. Instead, now they're going back to B. And unfortunately for them, they have lost Nats and Defo. They kind of wanted that hookah play to work out. And now with 15 seconds left, the Spike, yes, still has a chance to get it down. The problem is Guild sells so many players here that 4v2 retake is looking very good for Guild's chances. Also, they're coming in from different positions, so they can split in from hookah and defender spawn. If Mech want to recover this one, a proactive play is needed, and Chronicle realizes that, gets a bit more aggressive. Rez has come in as well. Everybody's back to their feet, and it's Chronicle in a 1 versus 5. He's inside of the site, spots in towards long, and he won't be able to get it done. Not a flawless, they do lose one player, but Guild Rez everybody back up to their feet, and they will claim a 4th round.
Nicely played from Russ, that's playing in hookah there. Nats tries to lurk up.
Info. Shados is there alongside of him, so he's got the info on the jump spot.
Fast execute coming in, but it's coming in without the silver, bear in mind.
Yep.
Shados is on this corner. They are going to check it, and there's just 3 people peeking into it. Chipping away a Guild. Going to wall up towards CT. They still have the silver watching the flank, seeing if anybody's going to come down B long. Right now, passive. Nice pistol from Guild.
Yeah, a little rough there for Mech. Would have liked at least 1. You know, 1 kill makes a difference here. It makes it winnable, but in this scenario, it feels very, very difficult to even get a foothold into this pistol. And that forces them back into elbow. They don't mind retreating, though, because they have the rest of the site to play with, so I have so much cover, so much support. With everybody still being up, and now Leo holds with the Ghost, looking for the taps, has certainly done that, and 3 picked up for Leo in the pistol, Koldamenta closes, and Guild have a flawless to kick off the second half.
Shot or 5 through hookah.
You could try. You could try, but not going to be too successful. Right, guys, certainly will be successful, though. Opens up the round with 2. Chronicle gets involved, and now we're looking at Mech, not only in a good position, but a 2-man advantage situation. Guild still have got better weapons, but 2 Spectres. They can go down to these pistols. They certainly can, and now Chronicle, well, he wants to play from elbow. Trex has crossed into him. Spectre hits the headshot. At least 1 player down for Mech. And now Guild have to drop back into the post plant. Does make it more difficult now for Mech, who have to play the timer. But, oh, Nats! Of course he's going to be good for 1. They push in towards elbow, and to their demise, they will walk into Nats. His crosshair Shadow swings in.
Take their way through.
Oh, good kill from Safe. That's Nats down, and advantage now with Guild. They need to capitalize on this momentum, this opening in the round, and they will. Spike goes down, and now we have to look to Mech. Everybody coming in for this retake. Shados has got the first kill. That's going to pull at least 1 back, but Defo, that's a missed opportunity. And that could have been a big kill, but now we have to look to Shados. Operator in close range, still able to get the kill. Follows up. This guy's a madman. He's just charging them down with a Sheriff. Decides to switch out to the hand cannon instead. Chronicle, you might as well confirm at least 1 casualty at times.
Smoke's down.
Elsewhere, Defo goes into a duel versus Koldamenta. Will win that. Can't quite follow up. Goes down in reply. And Russ, unfortunately, Shadows too much to handle, and he'll come in with a res. So Guild having to deal with 5 players again. They're now trying to turn their attentions back over to B, but there's still 2 players here, Ryan. This is still strong for Mech.
Redgar's none the wiser, knows that there's going to be a bit of a crunch, and Shados again with the operator finding so much success. Leo now needs to take that fight up against the player coming for the teleport.
In the pre-show, the fact that it's kind of a scary sign when you can highlight all 5 players as standouts for Mech. Well, that is certainly the case today. Another step up, this time from Shados. Leo is going to get Koldamenta back up. Well, the Mentor will go down very quickly after. Safe and Russ able to duel out and actually find 3. So Nats and Red Guard. 2 versus 4 in total. Red Guard's coming with a headshot. Wall up. And follow-up kill for Red Guard. Suddenly, we have to look to Red Guard the clutch again. He had a massive one over on Fracture. We need another huge clutch here, and this time it's starting to elude him. That wall up, creating some problems.
He's won them all so far.
Yeah, well, this one looks maybe a step too far, Ryan. Flash goes in. Shock dart's being thrown onto the site, and Leo will bring him down. So that streak comes to a close.
Pick up the orb. It's nice play, and now the showstopper is going to be used as a crunch. The wall was there to try and block it, but it doesn't catch.
No, it still goes through. Defo showstopper removes Rust from the round. 3 versus 3. This one's for survival for Guild. If they want to stay in the playoffs, they have to take him down here. Shados, he will get 1. It's safe out. Trex and Leo now into the 2 versus 3. Mech want to match up versus Fnatic. They want to meet them in the upper semi-final, and Shados is the player that is starting to book their tickets. It's just Trex left alone. Flank coming around the backside. Trex reads it and now thrusts himself into the clutch versus Nats. Just his gun and his big, bulging brain. Jumps down into the side. Trex plays some elbow. Nats can tap this, but again, that Hunter's Fury is certainly a big talking point here, and this time is starting to tick now. Nats gets onto it. It's going to tap, trying to desperately pull him into the open here. Trex hasn't bitten down on this at all. Now the stick again. Tap, all the headshot. Nats hits it, gets it done. The defuse being held through. It's close for Nats, and he's sticking it, and he's got it. 0.9 on it. Nats able to pull it.